From Washington, this is VOA News. Coming up, the U.S. to help Syrian opposition fight chemical weapons, a deadly shooting at a Washington Navy facility. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Norman. President Obama has signed an executive order directing the government to provide non-lethal chemical weapons assistance to some factions of the Syrian opposition. The directive came just hours after UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon spoke about the results of a UN team's investigation of a poison gas attack last month in Syria. VOA's Margaret Besheer reports.
The UN chief told reporters the team has provided the world with an impartial and independent account of what happened in Guta on August 21st.
85% of the blood samples tested positive for sarin. A majority of the environmental samples confirmed the use of sarin. A majority of the rockets fragments recovered were found to be carrying sarin. The findings are beyond doubt and beyond the pale.
A team of experts visited Syria and inspected the Guta site days after the suspected attack occurred. Margaret Besheer, VOA News, the United Nations.
The Commission of Inquiry on Syria calls the use of chemical weapons a war crime and says their alleged use is triggering a new urgency to bring an end to Syria's 30-month-long civil war. Pinheiro told the UN Human Rights Council on Monday he is in charge of the commission. Paulo Pinheiro, there is evidence the Syrian government continues to drop cluster munitions on civilian areas, including a bomb dropped on a school near Aleppo last month, killing 8 students and wounding 50 others.
Many are not expected to survive. There is no evidence of any opposition or rebel fighters or lawful targets near the school. Children make up a large proportion of civilian casualties. They have been arbitrarily arrested and tortured. Children have been unlawfully detained in cells with adult detainees. The government should take steps to release children from detention or to transfer them to a juvenile justice system consistent with both fair trial and children's rights.
The commission accuses the Syrian government of deliberately attacking medical facilities and of denying treatment of the sick and wounded from opposition-controlled areas, but it says some opposition groups have also attacked medical personnel as well as hospitals. A lone gunman shot dead 12 people and wounded dozens of others before being killed by police Monday. It happened at a U.S. Navy facility here in Washington. VOA's Luis Ramirez reports.
Emergency vehicles rushed to the Navy Yard after the attack, which happened early Monday as employees were starting work in a building housing the Naval Sea Systems Command headquarters. For several hours, helicopters hovered over the scene of the shooting at Building 197 of the Navy Yard, carrying away the wounded. Washington, D.C. Mayor Vincent Gray says authorities are trying to find out what was behind the attack.
We have no known motive at this stage.
President Barack Obama, speaking not far away at the White House, called it a cowardly act. Luis Ramirez, VOA News, at the Pentagon.
U.S. government says Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir has applied for a U.S. visa to attend the UN General Assembly, but says he should not make the trip because he is wanted for war crimes. The State Department, which grants visas to heads of state and diplomats, declined to comment Monday on whether the visa would be granted. President Obama is admonishing Congress to quickly pass a new spending plan and increase the country's borrowing limit so the country does not default on its debt. Mr. Obama says it would be the height of irresponsibility for Congress not to approve an annual budget for the year that starts October 1st or to fail to increase the $16.7 trillion debt ceiling the country expects to reach a couple of weeks later.
Congress needs to get it done without triggering another crisis, without shutting down our government, or worse, threatening not to pay this country's bills.
If the White House and Congress do not agree on a 2014 spending plan, a partial government shutdown could occur October 1st. And twin storms are weakening after battering the east and west coast of Mexico for 2 days, killing at least 21 people. For more on these stories and the rest of the hour's news, check out our website at voanews.com.